Good day, students. It's me, Ma'am Perlize Paunil, your TLE teacher. How are you today? I hope that all of you are doing great. Welcome again to another lesson in Cookery Jam. For the week 6 learning outcome, prepare starch and cereal dishes. For this lesson, cereals and starches will be introduced to you. Specifically, this module will help you to determine the sources and kinds of starch and cereals, and identify ingredients in the preparation of various types of starch and cereal dishes. But before we proceed to our lesson, let us answer your pretest. Read each question carefully. Match column A with column B. Write the letter as your answer in a separate sheet of paper. 10 items only. Please refer to your module on page 1. After assessing yourself, let us first have a short recap. Identify the statement that gives correct information about starches and cereals. Put a check symbol on each number if it is correct, and if it's not, rewrite the sentence to make it correct on a separate sheet of paper. I guess you are now ready with our new lesson for today. Cereals and starches. Functions of starch and application in Filipino dishes. Food is life, and Filipinos love to eat because it is a part of our culture, celebration, community, and most importantly, serve as a bond among family members during mealtime. Food cooked with starches and cereals improves the physical and nutritive quality of foods. Different dishes can be cooked using starches because of its various functions. Starches functions into different types of food preparation are the following. Here are the following functions of starch and application in Filipino dishes. Functions of starch. They can be used for thickening. Type of food preparation. They can be used for sauces, gravies, pie fillings, and soups. Examples of recipe are the following. For sauces, sweet and sour, lechon, lumpia, kare-kare, and palabok. For pie filling, mango, buko, apple, and pineapple. For soups, they can use for thickening for arroz caldo and cream soup. The next function of starch is gelling. Type of food preparations, puddings, or kakanin. Examples of recipes are bread pudding, maja blanca, sapin-sapin, kutsinta, kasaba bibingka. They can also use for binding and filling. Type of food preparation, meatloaves, and meat emulsion. Examples of recipes are luncheon meat, hot dogs, Vienna sausage, chicken nuggets, chicken ball, okoy, and tempura. Another function is it is used for stabilizing or stabilizer. Type of food preparation, beverages, syrup, or salad dressing. Recipes examples here are chocolate drinks, fruit drinks, yogurt drinks, or Coke dressing. Another functions of starch, it is used for moisture retaining. Cake fillings and candies are the type of food preparation. Recipes examples are cake rolls and cream fillings. Another functions of starch is coating or ducting. Breads, confectionery pastries are the type of food preparations. Examples of recipes are pandesal, biscuits, candies, and espasol. Another functions of starch is diluent. Type of food preparation is baking powder. Best example for recipes are any pastry products, specifically cupcake. And the last functions of starch is that it adds color. Type of food preparation, toast or breadcrumbs. Examples of recipes are pulboron, lechon sauces, kare-kare sauces, and breadings. Alright, so we're done discussing the functions of starch cookery. Now, let us proceed now to the different problems na pwede nating ma-encounter while cooking starches. In the selection of starches for a food application, consideration needs to be given to flavors, textures, body, and appearance of the food. During the cooking process, starch molecules such as amylose and amylopectin react and affect the food through its stability, texture, and viscosity, and sometimes common problems in cooking starches. The following are the common problems in starch cookery. Number 1 is thinning of gel. This problem is usually encountered when using acid or acid ingredients, such as lemon or vinegar. In making calamansi pudding or pie, for an example, if the juice is added early in the gelatinization process, dextrinization of the starch will occur, resulting it in decreasing of viscosity and gel strength. Next problem is weak gel. Weak gel is resulted if there is too much liquid in relation to the starch. For an example, if you are creating or if you're preparing a maja blanca, if the instances na masobrahan po natin ng liquid ang ating mixtures, hindi nagpo-form yung maja blanca. Number 3, skin formation. Skin formation is due to loss of water from the starch and protein molecules near the surface of the mixtures. It is the contrast of weak gel. So kung kanina si weak gel nasobrahan sa liquid, okay, si skin formation naman po, ito naman po yung kakulangan sa liquid ingredient na nilalagay natin sa mixture. Ang tendency po, kung mapapansin ninyo, if you're going to create a maja blanca, kapag ka po nasobrahan po ng starch ang paglalagay po natin sa ating mixture, ang tendency po niya, though nagpo-form po siya into its shape or nagpo-form siya sa molder, ang problema po is that nagbibitak-bitak siya. Okay, that is what we meant for this kind of problem, skin formation. Next common problem in starch cookery, number 4, scorching. Scorching means hot and dry enough to burn or parch a surface. This can be avoided by temperature control and constant stirring so that the starch granules do not settle at the bottom of the cooking pan. Next is the raw starch flavor. This is due to the ungelatinized starch. Another problems in starch cookery is syneresis. It happens when colloid system break down. Colloid is a mixture in which very small particles of one substance are distributed evenly throughout another substance. The particles are generally larger than those in a solution and smaller than those in a suspension. Examples are whipped cream, mayonnaise, milk, butter, gelatin, and jelly. Syneresis is the contraction of a gel accompanied by the separating out of liquid. Overheating is an issue which leads to syneresis. The last problem is the runny texture. It happens when there is a low solid content. It is almost the same with a weak gel. Cereals as staple food are important source of nutrients. Common cereal foods may include bread, breakfast cereals, and pasta. And eating this food usually in the morning provide our body with the energy that we need. In cooking cereals, principles should apply to prevent improper and poor quality of cooking. And these are the following. Number 1. Use a double boiler. Double boiler is a saucepan with a detachable upper compartment heated by boiling water in the lower one. If you do not have a double boiler, you can use the DIY such as use a saucepan topped with a mixing bowl or bowl. Number 2. Observe carefully the correct proportion of cereal, water, and salt. Number 3. Cook at boiling temperature. Next, principles of cooking cereals. Watch the time by the clock and always cook the full time prescribed, preferably longer. Whenever you are cooking cereals and starches, as much as possible, always check the given time or the cook time. It is sometimes listed at the cover of the product. Serve attractively. Or don't forget the food plating or the plate presentation. Plate presentation is the process of arranging and decorating food to enhance its presentation. Para mas lalong marami ang tumangkilik sa ating mga produkto or gawa, you need to serve it attractively. The last one is the improper cooking and poor serving. Nangyayari ito most of the time because of the unpopularity of cereal foods. So, whenever nagagawa po tayo ng ating mga recipe, as much as possible, be familiarized with the cereals na gagamitin natin. Alright, so we're done discussing the function, the common problem, and the principles in cooking cereals and starch dishes. Now let us proceed to the most example or the best example of cereals and starch dishes, which is the pasta. Pasta is a type of food typically made from unleavened dough of wheat flour mixed with water or eggs and formed into sheets or other shapes, then cooked by boiling or baking. Rice flour or legumes such as beans or lentils are sometimes used in a place of wheat flour to yield